Mm.
This is going to be a fascinating matchup because Las Vegas has been so inconsistent after being the two-time champs. Chelsea Gray was injured for a majority to start out the season, had her first game back off the bench last game, so having her back is going to allow everybody else to get into their spots. Asia Wilson for Vegas is playing like an MVP right now. She's averaging
Of course, do I
28
know where
points,
the remote is?
11 rebounds per
No.
game. That leads the W. Forward, folks, for the best
Okay,
facilitators
here
in
we
the
go.
game. It is going to be a blast to watch.
Oh, mama and dada. Hey, brother. I think I'm actually addicted to this live stuff. This is my new obsession. This new HSN obsession. Hopefully people can hear me. I don't know what I want to draw tonight. Hi guys, how are you? I am just sitting here and drawing and hanging out and listening to stuff. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Because I'm listening to stuff in my headphones while I'm talking to you guys, so hopefully you can hear me. But comment below what you guys want to talk about. The more you comment, the more you interact, the more fun we have, the more we have more to talk about. I'm just going to be doing some drawing while we're just hanging out and chilling. All right, hanging out and chilling. I wanted to just sit there and talk about. I just recently watched Love Island. I still have like 15 minutes left, I think, on the newest episode. But other than that, I'm pretty much caught up. And watching Rob was psychotic to me. Watching Rob give what he thought was an Emmy-winning performance, a telenovela performance, was what was psychotic to me. His behavior towards Leah, the things that he was saying, I was like, bro. And what's crazy is that in my episode 1 recap, or like watch with me like video that I made, go check that out. I literally said like he gives me red flags. Like everything else I predicted completely wrong, but Rob, I was like something's not right. Like men with snake tattoos, no. And sure enough, I was right. Hopefully you guys, like I said, hopefully you guys can hear me. Hi Adam. Hopefully, if you could tell me if you could hear me, I would appreciate it because I'm listening to something in my ear. Hi Samar. Do you sleep on live cam today? No, I'm not sleeping on a live. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not sleeping, I'm talking. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you guys could comment if you can hear me, I would appreciate it just because I want to make sure that even though I'm listening in here, I want to make sure that I can like actually talk to you guys. Hi, how are you? Hey guys, how are you? Comment below what you want, what pop culture, like reality TV show stuff you want to talk about. Um, Tell me where you're coming from. Okay, thank you, Manish. I appreciate it. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, thanks, guys. Um, I I guess I'm kiddish friendly. I don't really know how to say that. Um, I don't know what kid friendly means. Like in I'm not talking about inappropriate gross things, but I am talking about like reality TV. Does that make sense? And like adult programs like Love Island. Thank you so much. I appreciate people saying I'm pretty. I appreciate that. Um, so hi from Russia. Oh my God, that's so far away. That's crazy. I can't even imagine. Like the thought of people watching me from other countries kind of blows my mind. I'm not gonna lie. That we're just all in the same moment right now is I don't know. I can't even comprehend that. But what do you guys want to talk about? The more you comment, the more you tell me what you want to talk about, the more interactive. Trinidad. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Hi, how are you? Um, Hi from India, from Ontario. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, you want to talk about cannabis? I could, but I don't have much to say. Um, Satan runs this world. I mean, you're not wrong. What do I do on lives? I usually just chat with you guys Your producers for a Valley spot. Um, Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot that because I want to have that for. Oops, I want to have that question for a video on another video I'm gonna do. Um, okay, so what do I do on lives? First of all, thank you for people saying that I'm beautiful. I appreciate that. What do I do on my lives? So on my lives, I talk to you guys like we're just sitting on the couch, like literally, like we're sitting on the couch talking to each other. That's what I do. I'm from the United States, and that's about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so I've heard contradicting back and forth about Lala and um, contradictions back and forth about Lala and her wanting to be on the Valley, not wanting to be on the Valley. I've heard back and forth. Um, I've heard that she has been begging to be on the Valley, but then I've also heard that she wants nothing to do with it. She doesn't need to be on it. I've also heard the producers of the Valley be like, nope, they're not going to be on it. They're not here for it. Like, it's not their show. They have their own show. They will not be on the Valley. I think they'll pop in and out, but they're clearly not going to be like cast members on the Valley. That's not going to happen. Which I'm sorry, that kind of makes me laugh a little bit because if you've been following me on other social media platforms, you know that like I was a big Lala supporter. And then this season I went to a dark place and I was like, okay, so I can't support this human anymore because she is delusional. And I honestly, you guys, I thought after the reunion that she would see people's comments and have like a come to Jesus moment and be like, oh my God, you know what, I made a mistake. The support I was giving was not good support. I really thought she would. She sure as hell did not. She sure as hell did not. So Lala is a cast member on a reality TV show here in the U.S. and I'm sure other countries called Vanderpump Rules. Because on my channel here, I mostly talk about pop culture. Yeah, I don't, I really loved her and stood by a lot of the things she said in past seasons because she was right, especially about Tom Sandoval. Now, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And honestly, I think it's going to cost her being on the show because no one's going to want to watch them. Hi. Hello, guys. How are you? We're just sitting here talking about reality TV shows and pop culture stuff. So, whatever you want to talk about that involves those things, let me know. Ask me a question. My name is Sam. Ask me a question below. Uh, you guys can ask me whatever you want. Just please stay appropriate. I would appreciate it. I don't want to have to boot anybody off, but I will if I have to. Um, is anybody watching Love Island? That's like my new shtick right now. I've been watching Love Island. I'm a new fan to the Love Island crew. I could do ASMR, but I'm not going to. I just do ASMR pop culture commentary. That would be hilarious. Um, Rob is disgusting. You're correct, Elle. The Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, I loved the first season. Has there been another season yet? No, I'm not an actor. Um, yeah, the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, I actually love. Have they had more than one season? I thought they've only had one season. And the season that I did watch, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely was obsessed with it. That was so good. It gave lots of nostalgia feelings inside of me. So that was amazing. Um, Rob on Love Island, he is scum of the earth. I cannot believe how gross he is. The series is streaming in August. Batman Cape Crusaders. Okay, I've you're so beautiful at products you use. I use multiple different products. I use, oh God, I can't even remember. I use like a curling cream. I'd have to get up and show you the products, but I don't remember what they are. Um, I also use like a conditioner, but I also, you know what I use? I use Beyonce's company. Um, and she has this like cream that comes like in a little bucket thing, like a little bowl, and it's like an after wash cream. You put it on after you wash your hair, and you leave it on for like 30 minutes, and that alone has been making my waves in my hair look just amazing and wonderful. It's a little, my hair's a little bit on the messy, crunchy side right now, but um, what's his name? Kevin Conroy, aka Batman, passed away. Really? I love Batman. I don't know if you guys see, but I have a Batman tattoo. Um, with all due respect, I think you should spend more time in the gym. Well, with all due respect, I think you should get off my live and find other people to talk about their body to. This is a pop culture commentary account, not a let's talk about our weight and what we should look like account. First of all, you literally can only see my face and my arm, so I'm really confused as to how you know if I go to the gym or not by my face and my arm. But go off, sis. I never watched Loved Island until this season because of Ariana. Um, yeah, I really love Ariana on it. It was so funny. There was one episode that she wasn't on, and I was like, "Excuse me, Ariana, where's Ariana?" And then every time she comes on, she looks incredible, incredible. Unless somebody says something like outright like derogatory and disgusting and horrible, or if they keep pressing me, I usually let people have a second chance. I was on a live once on TikTok and somebody had said something kind of, you know, kind of off the cuff that I didn't appreciate. And then we kind of had a back and forth conversation. And um, I used to sell you powder. What does that even mean? Um, and I gave this person on TikTok a second chance, and we kind of went back and forth and had a great and ended up having an incredible conversation. So I try to give people like a chance, unless it's like full blown, like, racist, sexist, bigoted BS that we don't have. Um, no, I've never used that type of shampoo before. I was born in the late 90s, so I grew up Batman 80 series, which was released on Blu-ray in 2018. Here, let me show you. Can you see? Oh God, you can't. Hold on. Ready? Ready? This is my tattoo. My favorite superhero of all time is Batman. And then my favorite villain of all time is Harley Quinn. And I always joke that my son and I are kind of like Batman and Harley Quinn. We're causing shit. If you have a double chin girl and saying that for your own good. I don't know how you're saying that for my own good. Let's see. Remove. Let's see. I don't know how to actually like. Hold on. Let's see if I can actually. Um, user. Hide user from this channel. Okay, I think I got him out. Okay, I think I got that person out. Yeah, I don't. If people want to talk about my body, you are boring. Why would you be banned? You're not talking about anything bad. Um, um, but yeah, yeah. No, Batman is my one is like my favorite. And let me tell you right now, I didn't think Robert Pattinson would be good. I really didn't think he would be good. And he was actually very good as Batman. I really liked it because it kind of reminded me of Christian Bale, like a little bit skinnier, scrawnier kind of version, which I really liked. Um, and yeah, I love Batman so much. Um, What else do you guys have for questions, or what else are you guys watching and want to talk about? I watch and I dabble quite a bit in all reality TV for the most part. I always have like my finger on the pulse, as they say. At least I try to. I'm currently listening to a live on my screen right now of um, a influencer like selling products online, and that's like so soothing to my brain. Um, I didn't mind it. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. I am gonna watch the one with him and Lady Gaga just to see what that's like. I actually really love Birds of Prey. I thought that was really, really well done. What molecule tat next to your Batman? Oh, this is oh my god, serotonin. Serotonin. I have anxiety disorder and ADHD and all that fun shit. I am into some video games. I'm not into all of them. Mostly my husband is, so I kind of like dabble through him. I'm gonna be real with you. I wish I could find the one video game that held my attention, because that's my one flaw is with my ADHD. It's really hard for me to focus on a game. Um, and a lot of games I feel like are, I don't know, they don't, it's too much. There's too much going on. Like I watch my husband play these games, and I'm like, I don't understand how you're doing this. I don't understand how you're shooting someone, grabbing this, catching the gold, playing this, grabbing money, doing that. Like I don't understand how he does all those things in like the span of 10 seconds. I can do those things in real life. I'm like a very good multitasker, but it's a lot of buttons. It's a lot of things going on, okay? And then my ex-husband used to play all like the stupid Madden shit back in the day. So yeah, I would love to be a gamer. Do you like the Joker is just imagining Harley? The Joker's just imagining Harley. I definitely think that there is some. So what I think is what's happening is that the movie is Harley Quinn does exist because she's Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn does exist, but when they're singing and when there's music, that's when they're like going from lucid to unlucid. You know what I'm saying? Like when the moments of them singing or music is happening, it's when they're acting, they're a little loopy and they're losing it. You know what I'm saying? They're losing the marbles. So that's kind of what I think the music part of it will represent, is it'll show the audience like this is when they're not lucid. This is when they are like when they are lucid. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the vibe they're going for. That would be my assumption. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very interested to see how they do this. Also, Lady Gaga is a lot. Playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game from the 1970s. Oh, that's so cool. So I'm assuming that's like one of those games where you like walk around and have to do things and get certain achievements and things like that. I'm assuming. I sound so stupid right now talking about video games. I apologize. You would think I would know that considering my husband is like super gamer boy. No clue. Right now my husband's into Lorcana. That's like his card game. He's literally with my son right now at a card store, and they've been there for hours. Dead by Daylight, I've heard of that one. I guess I'm just like simple simpleton. Ugh, I vividly remember in like eighth grade, my girlfriend's making me watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one with I think Jessica Biel in it. And I remember I had to go to the bathroom because I felt so nauseous watching it. When they put that man up on the meat hook, I said absolutely not. When it's crazy, my sibling is so heavily into horror movies, is obsessed with them. Saw is their favorite one. My dad is a huge horror movie guy. He's obsessed with it. What I love about my dad is I can't watch horror movies because I get like queasy and gross. Like I can't do the scare part of it, but I can watch things like The Walking Dead. I can watch House of the Dragon. I can watch Game of Thrones. I can watch that type of gore and that type of grossness, but not when there's like a scare scariness to it, I guess, or whatever. So like I remember when American Horror Story was like the hot shit. My dad would watch American Horror Story, and then I would see him on the weekend, and he would just give me the entire plot and tell me what happens. So I didn't have to actually see anything, but I knew. I kept in the know, you know. Bummed by Gun Media. I don't like seeing the saw go into a torso. Do you have a PS5? I don't. My husband plays on my husband has like one of those really powerful gaming laptops that he's obsessed with. It's really good. And he plays on that. He plays on his laptop. And then I have a Switch, a Nintendo Switch, but I don't think those types of games can be played on it. Those aren't the type of games that can be played on it. But like everybody's like, oh, get into Zelda or something. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm waiting to find that one thing that like catches me. Um, the only movie I really can't take is The Exorcist, the original. Um, oh, it's on PC. That's interesting. I'll have to talk to my husband about it. He would be able to set all the things up. Um, I love suspenseful movies. So I like this is old school, but Swim Fan. Love Swim Fan. I love a crazy woman. I love a bitch that I love a man that messes with a woman and then the woman looks crazy. It's like she's not crazy. You're crazy for making her crazy. Friday the 13th game is on the Switch. My dad like loves horror movies. He said the only horror movie that ever got him was it Jason? Who's the one that comes in your dreams? That guy. That was the one that my dad as a kid was like, I was done. Gone Girl. Yes. I like that kind of shit. I like that kind of stuff. I like a little. What's the one with Rachel McAdams and they're on the plane? And what's his face? I'm so bad at names, but I'm so good at like I can see things and I know things, but I'm not good with names. And then what's his face who was just in oh my god, Oppenheimer? Him and Rachel McAdams were in a movie together where he was trying to like kill her or hijack the plane or something. Um, and Rachel McAdams uh like stuck a pencil in his hand. Those kind of I like suspense. I like suspense. See, I would rather instead of watching a horror movie, I would rather watch a I would rather watch like a true crime documentary. I want to hear about like real people and what happened to them and how it affected them. And like I'm obsessed with like where people came from. I cannot remember the name of freaking that freaking plane movie though. It was a thriller. Yes, I like thrillers. I'm more of a thriller girl. I also love real people and their real experiences and learning about why people behave the way that they behave. I'm very obsessed. Like that's a big thing for me. Like I love learning about real people and the crazy things that they've done because I'm just a normal person. So like I would never do half the shit these people are doing. So it fascinates me. Like somebody that I'm really obsessed with is the Kennedy family because they are literally cursed. And I'm currently reading a book by James Patterson that's about the Kennedys, and their family is so it's crazy. They gave their sister had a lobotomy, you guys. I'm doing good. How are you? Dreamsy Smokes reviews. Right, me too. I just watched The Perfect Mother. Yeah, I like suspense. I like thriller. I like I like when I'm kind of kept on my toes. Like M. Night Shyamalan movies, like The Village. That is the first movie that I ever watched, and to this day, where I did not predict the ending of it. Because usually you can be like, okay, because everything's a trope now. No one has an original idea. But The Village was the first movie that I literally looked over at my dad and I said, huh? What? Shocked. Didn't see it coming. Um, what about John Benet Ramsey? Oh yeah, anything with John Benet Ramsey. What was his sister's name? I love conspiracy. I love a conspiracy theory. John Benet Ramsey, I'm kind of like bored with because I feel like they've hammered it to death that there's nothing new to talk about. There's nothing intriguing anymore. The Village, yes, I love The Village. What is oh my God, there is a podcast that I used to listen to like 4 or 5 years ago that is about a mother who disappeared in New Hampshire. And oh God, I wish I could remember the freaking name of it. I don't have anything like, oh my God, I don't remember what it was called. But it's about a mother, a woman from New Hampshire. She was missing, and but they can't figure out who she is. And it talks about how like when the crime first happened, they could only go so far with it, but then technology came around, and then like they were able to get more and more and more and more, and then they found little girls and bear. It's crazy. I cannot remember of it. I can't even remember. I can't remember the name of it because I need my phone to be like look things up. But it's really good. The Irishman. Yeah, there's so many. Like I think my favorite documentary. It's really good. If I could figure out what the name of it is, I will let you guys know. But I can't. I don't want to. I think I'd have to get off the live and come back on or something. And I don't want to do that. I'm hoping my husband will be home soon and I'll just look it up on his phone. Like, give me your phone for a minute. What was I just gonna say? Oh, my favorite documentary I've ever watched was Don't Fuck with Cats. That is hands down the best documentary I've ever seen in my life. Because it is something that I think we could, I truly believe this, that the regular population could find out the truth about crimes faster than the FBI and the CIA. The TV series about the making of The Godfather. No, I didn't watch that. That sounds really good. Was mind blowing. Yeah, Don't Fuck with Cats is it is one of the most incredibly intriguing, just incredible documentaries. The way that these people that were normal everyday people found this person, and the fact that the government, like different governments, the Canadian government, the Canadian CIA, and whatever they call their stuff, and then ours, how they like were like, no, 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 Swifties alone, okay, could solve any crime by dinner time, okay? And if you know that reference, any crime by dinner time, you're a real one. Anything with John F. Kennedy esque, I highly support. If you guys have been here on the live for a while, can you guys just give a like? I would really appreciate it. So what's it called? JFK to 911. I'm writing this down. JFK to 911. What's the JFK to 911 Dreamsy? What is that on? Like what streaming service? Right? They band together and found him. They even tried to warn the authorities. Yeah. And the fact that you guys, they found him from like his vacuum that he had in the background of a video. Like it's crazy. Like this man was in like a little tiny bedroom and they found him from so many things. JFK to 911 is on YouTube. Okay. I'm literally writing this down. Now, is it about JFK Airport or is it about John F. Kennedy? I have questions. But I'm currently, let me show you the book that I'm reading. Hold on, let me pull my Kindle up. I'm so obsessed with my Kindle. I should be more obsessed with it. I need to get better about reading it. About reading more. No, go back. Home. It is called The House of Kennedy. Juicy in Entertainment. Oh, okay. It's just called The House of Kennedy. And it's by the suspense or mystery author James Patterson. And it's really good. I'm also ADHD. I'm also reading Stephen King's new book. You like it darker. I'm gonna read that tonight at bedtime. T-shirt the victim was wearing. Yeah, that. You should watch Battle Royale. Is that a documentary, Zero, or is that a what? Like, what's Battle Royale? You know, other documentaries that I'm really into too is I really love sports documentaries that talk about the not technical, not necessarily the sport, but how the background of the sport is like run. So there's Netflix has a couple series. They have a NASCAR one, they have a tennis one, they have a golf one. The golf one is fascinating to me because it talks about how they make their money and like how basically like the inner workings of the PGA. And same with the NASCAR one. It talks about the inner workings of NASCAR and like how everything operates and works, where the money's going. I'm very into money. Like I love Dirty Money. If you guys have never seen Dirty Money, that documentary series is so good. I will say the only thing that sucks is that like every episode is a different person. But if you watch the Jared Kushner episode of Dirty Money, you will literally, your mind will just go, pfft. It's the stuff that that family has done to people in New York is disgusting. But Dirty Money, great documentary series. Great. No, it's where Hunger Games got the idea from, but it's way worse. Oh my God, sad. Netflix has some really good documentaries. I feel like that's all Netflix has now is documentaries. And Bridgerton. Like, and that's like it. I Yeah, I'm fascinated by people. I'm fascinated by people that do things that I would never do in my life. I'm fascinated by like the darkness of celebrity culture and celebrities. I'm very fascinated by celebrities because you know that it's not, they don't live life like we do. They live in some messed up crap. Like the Diddy stuff. And I will say I learn all this because I want to be able to spot a red flag from a mile away. So the more I learn about people, the more I feel like I can spot a red flag to avoid problems and then avoid problems for my children and my family members and all that stuff. I watched that 30 for 30. You're I'm telling you right now, they're going to do a 30 for 30 about what just happened with the insurance fraud in the NBA. They are going to do a 30 for 30 on that. Mark my fucking words on that one. Bridgerton is iconic. That's really all they have. That's why I stay on Netflix. It's for Bridgerton. Okay. My son's still doing good. It always makes me laugh when I do these lives. The first like 5 to 10 minutes is literally just like people, random ass people coming in and saying the most disgusting, horrible things or like asking the weirdest, creepiest questions. And then once they start realizing that like I don't, like, they're not welcome here and I'm not paying attention to their shit, then it's all the good people that are talking and we're having a good conversation and it always makes me laugh. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just give you 5 minutes for all the weirdos to come in and say random crap and then we'll move on. Um, oh, I was like, what is she talking about? I'm watching a live on TikTok while I'm talking to you guys at the same time because my brain can do that. I'm trying to think of what else I'm really into. I haven't watched a documentary in a little while now. I miss watching documentaries, but again, my attention span has been so weird. Like lately, everything I want to watch is on YouTube. Everything I want to watch is on YouTube lately. I don't know what it is. And it's not like I'm watching short form shit. I'm watching like an hour plus like things on YouTube. But it's for whatever reason I enjoy YouTube. I think it's the parasocial part of it that I'm into. I don't know what that is, but I just am obsessed with YouTube right now. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have YouTube TV so I can watch live stuff. Like right now, I have the WNBA in the background. Right now, I have the Fever game playing with Atlanta. So I have that. And then I have YouTube Premium, so no commercials. And it's just the best. I have to search for it. Okay, so I have to search for JFK to 911 and it should pop up. I will look that up tonight and I will save it to watch tomorrow. I have a I don't know if you guys have been following the Diddy stuff with and been watching stuff about Jaguar Wright, but I've been watching her on, oh my god, I cannot think of, Real Life Street Stars. I've been watching her on Real Life Street Stars, and that's been incredible. There's a new episode that just popped up that I'm gonna watch that is about her bodyguard. Let's see if my kids and my husband and my kid are home. It is a rich man's. I think it's a rich man's shirt. Okay, I'm gonna look that up then, Jamesy. I'm gonna look it up. Um, did you get arrested for stealing? Did she get arrested for stealing a U-Haul? Did who get arrested? I love when my mind is opened. You guys, I don't think you get it. I love when people are just doing shit that I would never do. You know what's even funnier? When they do this shit and you watch them do that and you're just like, wait a minute. I could do that better than you. Like, you're actually bad at being bad. I would be really good at it. I just don't have the time or the energy or the conscience to do it. I don't know. I don't know if she did recently just get arrested. I know that. She did recently just get arrested, but she's out. She was in there for like a day. But she used to sing backup for Jay-Z like 20 something years ago, and she knows a lot of stuff and has been talking away. So I've been watching her interviews on Real Life Street Stars. She's on there a lot. So I watch her over there and her stuff about Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, God, Justin Bieber, Usher is eye opening. I would highly recommend. I will say that if you do watch anything she's in, she can she's a little out there. She can be very vulgar, and I would not say that she's very PC. So you kind of have to weed through things when you're listening to her. If you really just want to like focus on the tea, you do have to kind of weed through a little bit and accept that she's a little out there. She spills all the tea. I'm convinced, and she said this, I'm convinced the reason why she has never been arrested, why she has never been sued, is truly because they're afraid to sue her because of the things that she would say in court. So, and then she said if anybody has, she said too, if she ever DIEs unexpectedly, you know who to call. I love that she's selling on all of them. I would say from every interview I've watched of her on Real Life Street Stars, I would say 90% of it I believe, and then 10% of it I think there is 10%, 10 of it I don't necessarily think is a lie, but I think there are some discrepancies due to use of things. Use of things, you know? Use of a drinky drinky, sniffy sniffy, smoky smoky. I think that's where the 10% is, somewhere in there. Again, I don't necessarily think she's lying. I think that the reality might be a little wishy washy. Hi, Irene, but I 100%. Overall, though, I pretty much 100% believe anything that that woman says. She is. It, when someone has everything to lose, I kind of believe them, I guess. Like when someone is just so open about things and unapologetic, I'm kind of just like, I kind of believe them. And like, what's crazy is that I was watching these TikToks last night about this man who interviews people on, is it Skid Row in LA? Is that what it's called? He interviews drug addicts in Hollywood that are on, I think it's Skid Row, I believe. And you know, they're not lucid people. They're going through things and they're out there. But I almost believe them over a lucid human being because they are, a lot of the drugs that they're taking are having them speak the truth. And sometimes, sadly, whether you want to believe it or not, the truth is terrifying. The truth is terrifying. His name's Mike, right? Is that his name, Mike? I just found him on TikTok. I just found, and I literally binged, binged so many interviews that he did. I binged this one woman that she has these guys basically like spend a bunch of money on her or let her spend a bunch of money like on an abusive level, essentially like overspend money or whatever. And that's like their kink or whatever. Soft white underbelly, that's what it is. I'm gonna write that down too. I gotta follow they have a YouTube channel. Soft white underbelly. Dreamsy, you're giving me so many good things to be looking forward to. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay. Um, yeah, I was watching interviews last night, and the people that were on there, I'm listening to them talk, and I'm like, yeah, they're kind of all over the place, and clearly they're on drugs, but they've seen hell. They see hell, and I believe them sometimes more than I believe lucid people, because lucid people, in my opinion, have the mental capacity to have an agenda, whereas these people don't have the mental capacity to think ahead and create stories and make shit up because it's just boom, like popping out of their head. And again, they've seen hell. You're not on Skid Row because you're having a good afternoon. Like, for real. Guys, has to be on that site. Shut up, no way. Yeah, they really do speak it all. It's so it's just so sad and so disturbing. Like where I live, we have a really big homeless population here. And the way that people speak about on the town Facebook page, which you want to get some tea, go to your town Facebook page and tell me, and you'll find the tea. You don't have to participate. Just follow it, and you will be mind blown. I can't even tell you. I will tell you. One of my sister-in-laws ended up on there multiple times. I'll tell you a couple stories. Give me a second. But we have a big homeless population in my town that I live in. And the crap that people say, acting like people choose to be, like just woke up one day and was like, yeah, I think I want to be homeless. I think I want to be a drug addict. Like, are you nuts? Sorry, I heard a loud noise. Um, I don't mess really with Facebook either. I really only keep Facebook for my grandfather, if I'm being honest with you, to talk to him because he lives like 6 hours away. But other than that, I could do without Facebook, to be honest with you. I have no other purpose for it. Okay, so two things. One time my husband was on Facebook at like 1 in the morning, and he saw that his sister was on Facebook Live video recording her house on fire with cops coming, and that's how he found out that his sister's house was on fire. So he got off of the live and drove to her house and was like, hello? Like, what the fuck? And then another thing that we found out through the town Facebook page was someone posted a video of this like 20 something year old man walking up on the stairs and stealing a bunch of crap from people off of their porches. He clicks the video and looks at it. It's said sister that I was just talking about, her son, who just got out of jail, coming up and stealing shit off of people's porches. And mind you, when he was calling this camera, he turned to the backside, half his butt hanging out right in the camera. Yeah. I find out about family members on my town's Facebook page. That's my in-law family. Who have had a rough life usually tell the truth because they have lost everything. Agreed. Too many temptations. Oh my god, that's awful. I mean, it's awful, but it's really, really funny. I live in bougie London neighborhood, and I hate this judgmental attitude towards people with mental health and addiction. Yeah, people don't choose to have mental health issues, and people don't choose to have drug problems. Like, if I didn't have to have depression and anxiety and an ADHD, I would choose not to. I would love to choose not to have those things. But like, hello, that's funny. I'm gonna check mine out. Oh, I highly recommend checking it out. For me, the funniest things aren't always the actual post. It's like TikTok. It's the comment section. The comment section literally has me cackling sometimes. The things that people say, the comments that they'll make, it's so funny to me. If you go, you have to go into it though accepting the trash that you're about to see. Because if you go into it trying to be like a savior and trying to fix everything and like call people out, you're gonna lose your mind. Go into it with a sarcasm, funny outlook. And then I think you'll be good. Um, I have ADHD as a superpower. ADHD is a superpower. It is. I will say, as someone I just got diagnosed with ADHD this year, but I've had it my whole life. And looking back, the way that I would have loved to be diagnosed earlier on and be able to fight it a lot better, man, oh man, oh man. Then it would be like, I'm trying to teach my son that ADHD I'm trying to get my son to find the superpower in his ADHD right now, and it's really hard. The thing I love about my ADHD is, girl, I'm a multitasker. I've been doing 700 things, okay? Diagnosis too. Yeah, a lot of, I don't know what you identify as, obviously, because let them eat vegan brioche. Who knows? But I know, at least in America, usually a lot of millennial women don't get diagnosed until my age. My mom is almost in her 60s and she didn't get diagnosed until 2 years ago. And my sibling, who's non-binary, they didn't get diagnosed until 2 years ago either. So it's fucked up. I do mourn my younger self, but also when my therapist validated that I had ADHD, she's like, "Are you okay? Like, are you bummed about that? Are you sad?" I was like, "No, I finally feel like someone gets it. I feel like somebody understands me." And somebody is validating every feeling I've ever had my entire childhood. Because I thought I was a weirdo. I thought I was dumb. I thought I didn't understand shit. And come to find out, I did understand stuff. I am actually very intelligent and I actually know a lot of shit. And I'm very well aware of a lot of things. And unfortunately, it made me have this complex where I don't like to challenge myself sometimes because I don't like to be wrong because I'm scared of being wrong. So that's really kind of sucked. I've been trying to like unteach myself that essentially. But yeah, it was so validating when my therapist was like, "Oh girl, I knew from the moment I met you you had ADHD. I'm glad you finally want to get diagnosed for it." I was like, "Thanks." Depression and mental illness cause people to use drugs. 1000%. I truly think that like some people like I sit there all the time and I think to myself, okay, how come I have anxiety and depression and ADHD, but I haven't done said things in my life in my entire life, but these people have. And sometimes I really think some of it comes down to just fucking luck, like who you get as parents and who and what life you're born into. I'm just lucky that I have the parents that I have, to be quite fucking honest with you. Because I think about like my sister in law, how her kids were so unlucky to have been born into the situation they were born into. Like they didn't get set up for success. They were set up from birth. They were set up for failure. And that fucking sucks. It sucks so bad. That's why I work so hard to be such a good role model and a good mom because my children are. I try to remind myself, which it's hard to remind myself this because some days I'm like, I'm such a bad mom. But I try to remind myself like my kids are lucky to have me as a parent because I will not put them in situations to set them up for failure in those ways. But then there's also some people that come from incredible families and incredible people and have incredible examples and they just have hardships in their life or they go through something in their life and they turn to something to fix a hardship maybe it's just, it's not like cut and dry. Like people truly think that being a drug addict or being, you know, depressed and stuff, sorry if that gross people out, is like um so black and white. And it's just not. It's just not. It really, really isn't. I could literally interview every homeless person in my town and they would all have a different story. It wouldn't be the same story. As melancholy. People always said I look sad as a child, but I felt happy inside. I'm still this way. All moms think that they're bad moms. Yeah, truly. I've always told that if you think you're a bad mom, that means you're actually a good mom. And if you think you're an incredible mom, you're probably delusional. I mean, I look sad, but I wasn't most of the time. I was always happy and smiley and hyper and stuff. But then when I would do quizzes or tests, or when I would be asked questions, or when I didn't understand something quickly, I would automatically get anxiety. And I would think I was stupid. Because I'm like, how come they get it, but I don't get it? Or how come when I go to read something, I have to read it like 3 times in a row? And so you just kind of find what works for you. And that's the thing I'm trying to like battle with, like, not to give you my life story, but that's what I'm trying to battle with my son right now, is that at the end of the day, when he becomes an adult, when all of our children become adults, they don't have to do things the same way as other people do. They can do it their own way as long as the outcome is the same. It doesn't matter in the real world how you get to 2 plus 2 equals 4. All that matters is that you got it equals 4. That's all they care about in the real world. They don't give a shit how you got there. They just care that you got the answer at the end. If your project manager gives you a project, they don't care how you finish the project. They just care that you finished it, it's done correctly and on time. They don't give a shit about the rest of it. So that's what I'm trying to like battle with my son, is like he doesn't learn how they want to teach him in public school. It's very much like, oh, well, we teach everybody the same way. I'm like, that's cool. Not every kid's the same. Kids have different feelings and emotions. Kids learn differently. And in the real world, they would get to do it however they want. They just care what the deadline is. And they care that you did it accurately. Like, as long as you got the successful solution at the end of it and you did it in the time frame that they wanted, the real world does not care how you did it. So it's sad to me that our kids are forced to all learn the same way when the real world doesn't care. The real world doesn't care about that part. They care about the bottom line, baby. Oh, God. I'm laugh how I was gonna be like, oh my God, I'm gonna like draw while I talk to you guys. I've barely drawn anything. I've drawn the beginning of a mouth, and that's it. I haven't drawn all these. I've only started one, but this is my face. This is my face page where I draw all, I've been learning how to draw faces. This is the mouth that I started making. Have not finished it. But these are the mouths and noses and eyes, and I'm trying to learn how to draw faces. Yeah. You know what's crazy is with ADHD, which obviously you clearly know this, you guys all understand this, is with ADHD, you run on adrenaline. And so I would always do horrible on tests if I studied for like a week ahead of time. But if I studied the night before and I was in crunch mode, girl, I was getting A pluses because I was running on adrenaline. Oh, I've always been able to draw my whole life, but I've had to practice to be good at it. Like, and I'm not the best at it. I will say, so I'm good at character drawing. I'm not good at human drawing. Like, let me show you some stuff. So, like, this is anxiety. This is another character from Inside Out 2. This is a character that my son likes that I don't care for, but one of those creepy characters that my son likes. This is just a dumb doodle that I saw on Pinterest and I just made my own version of it. It's an olive inside a martini. I'm also learning and teaching myself about shading. So I've been online watching videos and stuff like that. These are little characters. I try to do a little bit of everything. This is a Barbie. Again, like see how like there's shading here. Like I'm trying to learn about shading. I'm trying to learn about facial structure. The thing I'm the worst at is noses. I'm so bad at noses. I hate noses. I don't like them at all. This is another one that I did. This is another Barbie that I found on Pinterest. That I again trying to learn how to find the correct shading and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn all that. This is another Barbie that I did. Again, I just kind of like find inspiration online and then I kind of go from there. This is a flower that I made. And then this one I didn't finish. I was going to keep doing more of it. I don't know. I stopped because it was pissing me off. It wasn't going the way I wanted to, but this is a piece of cake. A face with a little face on it. It's like a little character cake. I thought that was cute. But yeah, I have a page in here that is just facial features. And then I just practice drawing them. And hopefully one day I can make a face is my goal. I want to draw a human and I want it to look really good. I did draw a picture once of my husband as a character. And I don't know where he put it. I think he put it in the dining room somewhere. And like I painted it and stuff. And it turned out really, really good. But I want to do more. Try to draw the VPR cast. That's actually not a bad idea. Can you imagine if I could draw all of their faces? That would be incredible. Thank you so much, Elle. I appreciate it. And yeah, Irene, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should do that. I'm going to write that down as an idea. Draw VPR cast. Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to, like, I don't know what it is. I think I'm a perfectionist. And this is something that again, we were just talking about it. Like, I'm not 100% good at it, and so it freaks me out. But I'm trying to push myself, and it's also another outlet for like anxiety and ADHD and stuff. Like, it's another thing to help me when I'm struggling with something. I can go to this and like find my calm and my peace. My son actually inspired me with that because my son's actually really good at drawing. He clearly obviously gets it from me, I like to think. What made you want to make YouTube videos? I don't know if you guys follow Peter Mon, but I've been following Peter Mon for years. Like, he's probably one of the longest running follows I had. I followed him and then I stopped following him for I think like 2.5 years ago. So I was following him for like 2 years, and then I had to stop following him because in my brain, I thought Jaclyn Hill was amazing, and so he was very much rough on her, rightfully so, looking back now. And so I unfollowed, and then I found out about his car accident, and I was like, damn. So I refollowed him because I wanted to check on him and see how he was doing. And then he one day was talking in his vlogs, which I'm obsessed with his vlogs. I love his drama videos, but I love his vlogs. And he was talking about how, like, if you want to talk on YouTube, if you want to be on YouTube, you don't have to be like a famous person. You don't have to have a fancy camera. You don't have to have fancy editing, like all this stuff. Like, just be you. Just turn the camera on and just be you. And I was like, wow, he's not wrong. Because his like theory behind it basically was essentially, his theory behind it essentially was, hold on. Oh, good. Okay. I don't know what that, okay, sorry. I had to make sure my husband didn't text me. I was like, wow, he's right. And his whole thing was essentially like, there are people that have crazy cameras, crazy editing, all this stuff, but they're so fake. They're full of shit. And you can feel the phoniness through the camera. And the longevity of this stuff, the longevity of social media is from people that are real and that talk to you and have this likable thing about them. And for me, I was like, I just want to be on YouTube because I want to talk to people that want to talk about the same stuff I want to talk about. And that's kind of what I found through my YouTube channel. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do what Peter Mon said. And listen, every day I try something new in my videos. I don't feel like I don't have a 100% like set style of how I want my videos to be done. I will say overall, the vibe is talking like I'm talking to my girlfriends on the couch about a TV show or about something in pop culture, and then adding like gifs and memes into my videos. So it kind of looks like if we were texting each other, we would be sharing gifs and memes about what we were talking about. Does that make sense? So like that's kind of the style of my videos so far, and I kind of like it that way. It's very millennial, I will say, but that's kind of like what I love. Um, I am obsessed with I was obsessed with Vanderpump Rules. I'm kind of like tired out a little bit of Vanderpump Rules, but I was obsessed with Vanderpump Rules. Um, and I found people that loved talking about it as much as I did. So I was like, oh my God, amazing. And I was like, people need to understand how incredible this show used to be. It used to be incredible. And I'm thinking about finding some new shows to do the same thing. But can you imagine drawing hello with your lip filler? You can draw the characters and exaggerated features. That'd be really funny. Your VPR recaps showed up on my YouTube and I just love them. I like the way you mix in comic relief. Yeah, I don't know, like I just sit here and I genuinely am talking to you guys the way I would talk to my girlfriends or my mom and I I I'm crossing my fingers I can get my mother to do a video with me when we're on vacation next week. Uh I want to have her in a video so badly because we love just going back and forth. Lots of sarcasm, lots of tee-hee, lots of silly. Like I I feel like the way I'm talking to you guys right now, it's the same way I talk in my videos. Like I don't try to be different. I try to be myself the whole time. Um when I'm talking about things that I'm passionate about, that I love to talk about, I get a little silly. Oh my God. Oh my God, I've been having the weirdest cough lately. Um and the mic on the spatula that had me dying. Thank you. I gotta bring the mic and the spatula back. People really did love that. Hi, Sarah. Oh, they're good. Thank you so much, Irene. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Al. I appreciate you both so much. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on my YouTube channel. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been trying a couple different styles of video out too. Like I have the recap videos, obviously, that you guys see, and then I have the watch with me video that I did for Love Island. That's a little bit different. I did a get to know me video. You know, I try a little bit of everything. I talk about not, I have a couple of videos that are about nothing to do with reality TV. They're about actual like celebrity people. So I try a little bit, just kind of see what people like. And that's why I encourage commenting a lot because I want to know what you guys want. Because I don't want to obviously I want to make videos about topics that I like. I don't want to talk about stuff that I don't want to talk about. But I also want to make videos that you guys would enjoy. Like I want to talk about what you guys want me to talk about. And if there's also I'm also open to discovering something, like discovering a TV show, like Love Island. Like I never would have watched Love Island if it wasn't for Ariana and if it wasn't for the fact that I thought people would want to listen to me talk about it. I just got home from the store, about to cook up some dinner. What's for dinner, Sarah? Do you hear Ariana more than likely will not return to VPR? I heard LVP was pissed, but she tried to play it off. Sorry, I'm screenshotting questions about reality TV because I have a video I want to make where you guys ask me questions and I want to make the video like I want to shout you guys out. That's another thing is like I try really hard on my YouTube channel. Like I can't emphasize enough. Like I want my YouTube channel to be like a collaborative effort between my followers and me. I kind of want to be like, oh, I've always wanted to see this, or I've always wanted to hear you talk about that, and I'm kind of just like the vessel to do it, essentially. I've always wanted to, I've always wanted to do that, but I have heard that I, if you guys have watched my videos, which I know most of you have, I don't want Ariana to come back. I don't think she needs to come back. Yes, a community. Like I really want a community of, and it doesn't. I don't even want to call. I don't want to say like-minded people because I don't need us all to be like-minded. I do like people that ask me questions or like push a little bit of a boundary of like that doesn't make sense. Why would you say that? Or like blah blah blah. Like I do enjoy that. So like I had to do a lot of that when I used to be a Lala apologist. Like bam. Spam and fried rice for hubby, pierogies for me. There's a lot going on there. Okay, Sarah, I need you to tell me why I should eat spam because I follow Drew Wallow, okay, and I follow Remy Cruz, and a lot of indigenous cultures and a lot of Asian cultures have spam with their foods, and I've always thought it was disgusting. Never had it a day in my life, but I'm like, oh, it's got to be disgusting. And so I was like, damn, like, but everything Remy's ever tried, I want to try. And she's Korean, so she is inspired by a lot of Korean dishes. Like, she made tteokbokki once on her cooking channel, and I went to a Korean restaurant and I tried tteokbokki for the first time. So friggin' good. But there's a local place about a half an hour from where I live that they make. I don't know what they're called, but they look like a giant sushi, but it has spam in it. And I'm like, do I want to try it? Do I want to try it? They don't deserve for her to come back. They treated her. I just think she's above it. Try masubi. I think that's what it is. I think it's masubi, Sarah. And I've always wanted to try it, and I think I want to. I think I want to try it. I'm going to a sushi restaurant on Sunday. That's my favorite sushi restaurant ever, and I cannot wait to just eat all the sushi. Okay, you guys, are you gonna make me try spam? My buddy from Hawaii loves spam too. What is spam? Like, what is it? That's what I don't understand. What is spam? I keep looking to see if my husband and my kid are home. They're not. I don't even know when they're getting home. Um, like, what is spam? Is it ham? Is it meat? Is it like a hot dog? And is it like, all the gross meat in there, but we don't talk about it and we just eat it anyway? Like, what the actual F is spam? I don't know. It looks scary, but apparently it's really good. People love it. People love it. Sounds like it's masubi. It's so good. I want to try masubi so bad. Remy and Alicia were just in Japan. No, yes, Japan and Korea. And they were getting masubi from local stores or whatever. And I was like, do I have to try this? Because everything that Remy talks about, I've tried to go out of my way to try. Delicious. I'm sorry. I meant that I can pick him up at your house. Okay. Oh, perfect. Thank you. It's a spiced ham. Think like pepperoni, but ham. Okay. Sarah, I am intrigued. I'm intrigued. Now I might have to convince my husband. No, I can't. I have to go my mom's haircut. Depending where my mom's haircut is, maybe I might go find some. Maybe I might go find it. I've been trying to find more like Asian, Korean, like authentic Asian, Korean, Japanese restaurants because I find that I just enjoy their cultural dishes like so much more than others because I feel like those countries they don't make food that's so filling. Like it's very light and I don't feel gross after I'm done eating. the food. So I've been really enjoying Korean food, like a lot. Give me one second. I'm just checking to see where my son and my husband are. Hold on. All right, you guys, sorry about that. All right, I do have to go. My son and my husband are about to be home. I think they're getting dinner, but they're gonna be home any minute. So I just wanted to let you guys know. But thank you so much. I'm gonna try Masubi, Sarah. I hope you enjoy your dinner tonight. Irene, Al, everybody, I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the live and hanging out with me. Like and share my videos. I would really appreciate it to get me out into the algorithm so we can have more people. Until next time, bye. I'll see you later. Mwah. Bye, guys.